In this video, I want us to answer this question right here. So this is a question that came in Biology paper 2 for 2016. The question reads, Table 5.0 below shows a cross between a brown male pig labeled pig B with two female pigs, brown pig A and white pig C. So we have our first column here, we have pig, pig B, pig A and pig C. Then in the second column, we have the phenotype, which is the physical appearance of an organism. So in this case, pig B is a brown male pig, pig A is a brown female pig, pig C is a white female pig. Then in the other column, we have the offspring here that have been produced after crossing pig B with pig A and C. So here in the first row, we have pig B, where there is brown male pig. The offspring is new. Again, it has new brown offsprings here. Then we have pig A there, brown female pig. When it is being crossed with pig B, they have 4 white offsprings and 12 white brown offsprings. When pig C is being crossed with brown male pig B, they have 8 white offsprings and 8 brownie offsprings. So we are going to start with our question A right here. Question A reads, explain why pig B had no offspring. So we should explain why brown male pig B had no offspring. So you can see here in this column for offsprings, under brown male pig B, under white offspring is saying nil, under brown offspring is also saying nil, meaning that brown male pig B had no offsprings. So what is the reason? The reason is that brown pig B had no offsprings because it is a male pig. So a male pig does not give birth, okay? It does not give birth. So that's the reason, okay? So in order for these offsprings that have been produced, the ones we are seeing, 4 white offsprings, 12 brown offsprings, 8 white offsprings, and 8 brown offsprings, it means that brown male pig A was being crossed with a brown male pig B. Brown white female pig C was being crossed with brown male pig B. So for this brown male pig B, it cannot have offsprings because it is a male, okay? It is a male. So the answer here, explain why pig B had no offsprings. We are just going to say because it is a male pig. It is a male pig, so it does not give birth. So it does not give birth. That's your answer there. You even end there. Okay, we now move on. We come to question B. Here is our question B. From the results in table 5.0 and using the allele or using the symbol capital letter B for dominant allele and small letter b for recessive allele, identify the recessive phenotype of the skin color of the pigs. So here we should identify the recessive phenotype of the skin color of the pigs. Okay, so now they have told us that this B, it's brown, it's dominant, so it will be brown. The small letter b is recessive, hence it will be white, because when you look at the offsprings there in the table, we have white and brown. Now, how do I know that B will be brown and the one which is recessive to be white? You look at the table here. Now, when you look at the table, you see brown female pig A, when it is crossed with brown male pig B, you can see that they're having 4 white offsprings and 12 brown offsprings. Okay. Now, when you look at the number of offsprings that are white and the number of offsprings that are brown, brown offsprings are many. Okay. This tells you that B, this capital letter B, okay, this capital letter B is dominant. It's dominant. Okay, it's dominant over this B, which is a recessive. So because the B is dominant, meaning that that's why the number of brown offsprings is main here. So this will be brown skin color. Okay, so the dominant allele for B will present the brown skin color, and the recessive allele for B will present white skin color. That is how we know. Now we can go back to our question. They want us to come up with the recessive phenotype. So for the recessive phenotype, since we are talking about phenotype, we are going to say the recessive phenotype of the skin color of the pigs. We have white skin color. So if they said what is identify the dominant phenotype of the skin color, you would have written brown skin color. Now they are saying recessive, which will be white skin color. So we can come to our question B2 right here. So under question B2, the question says, suggest the genotypes of pig A and C. So we have pig A, At pig A, this is brown female pig. Then we also have pig C, and pig C, according to the table there, pig C, we have been told that this is a white female pig. This is white female pig. Now we are talking about genotypes of pig A and C. So genotype is the genetic composition of an organism. So I'll take you back to the table so that you can identify the genotype of these pigs. Now, when you look at brown female pig A, this pig right here, which had 4 white offsprings and 12 brown offsprings. Now, in order for this to have 4 white offsprings and 12 brown offsprings, and the brown offsprings, which is 12 here, is dominant, then it also had 4 white, and it was being crossed with the brown male pig. So meaning that the genotype of pig A, brown female pig A, it was heterozygous like this one. One will be dominant, the other one will be recessive. The same thing will happen to brown male. It's also going to have heterozygous genotype like this. So that when you do the crossing of these two, they will be able to produce white and brown. That's why you're able to see 4 white offsprings and 12 brown offsprings. Meaning that the brown female pig had the genotype which is heterozygous, while the brown male pig had also heterozygous. Okay, where we have the dominant and the recessive. This is the genotype of these two pigs. Then when you look at pig C, which is white. Now, for this one, white female pig C, you can see that it's having a balanced number of offsprings. It's having white, okay, offsprings. It's also having, having 8 white offsprings and 8 brown offsprings. Meaning that the genotype of this one, since it's having 8, so it's having 8 which are recessive white, and it's also having 8 which is brown. So it means that this one was having the genotype which is homozygous recessive, which will be a BB, such that when we cross this BB with the brownie male, which is heterozygous, dominant and recessive, this is going to give us this balance here. Okay, so those are the genotypes. Then we can just write them. So for white female pig C, we have said D is this one, which is homozygous recessive. Then for brown male, for brown female pig, it's heterozygous, capital letter B and small letter b. Even the brown male, it's also that one. So you can write now in the table. Okay, so genotype for pig A, we have said it's this one. The genotype of pig C is this one. That is how we can come up with those answers. All right, so we now come to question C right here. So question C says, using a genetic diagram, show the results of the crossing of pig B and pig C. So we want to use the genetic diagram to come up with the crossing, okay, of pig B and pig C. So now, to come up with the genetic diagram, we need 5 stages. The first stage, you are going to have the parental phenotype. That is your stage 1. You must make sure that you identify the parental phenotype. So pig B, we know that this is pig B. According to the table, pig B, this is brown. This is brown male pig. Okay, this is brown male pig. And this genotype we said it's heterozygous. This one, if you remember. So since it's a phenotype, which is the physical appearance of an organism, so we are going to say brown brown skin color, because we're talking about skin color. Brown skin color. Then you can even put male pig in bracket, crossed with. Then pig C, we know that this is a white female pig. So we are going to say is crossed with the white skin color female, in bracket you put female pig. Okay, so after coming up with the parental phenotype, we can now come up with the parental genotype. So the parental genotype is the genotype that you have identified because this is the genetic composition. So for brown skin color male pig, we said it's heterozygous, okay, like this. Then for this one, it's homozygous recessive, okay, which is this one for C we have already identified. Then we come up to the gametes. So this is stage 3. So the gametes will separate due to random fertilization through the process called meiosis. So we can circle the gametes like this. Even this one, we can circle them like this. Okay. Then here we are having random fertilization. So we are going to start now crossing. Okay, so this is B, like this. Then this is capital letter B again and small letter b. We are done. Come to this part here. So we have B, B. Then this same one will be crossed with the last one again. We have B, B. So this that we have is the genotype of the offspring. So you can just say F1 offspring genotype. You can write it here. And this is how you are going to score the marks. Okay, this is our stage 4. Then, after writing the F1 offspring genotype, you can now write the F1 offspring phenotype, which is the physical appearance of these offsprings. Okay. Now, since we are looking at skin color, we look at our first one here. So this is heterozygous. So B is dominant and it's brown. So this is brown. This is brown color. Or you can say brown skin color. Okay, again the other one again is the same, which is brown skin color. Okay, then we come to this one where we have homozygous recessive, where the B is recessive, and the recessive one is indicating the white skin color. So this is white skin color. Even this one is the same, white skin color. All right, so from here you can notice that what the results that we have is showing us we have 2 brown skin color offsprings and we have 2 white skin color offsprings. Okay, so we can notice that we have 50% chance of brown skin color and we also have 50% chance of white skin color. Okay, so in terms of the ratio now, we can say we have 2 brown. Okay, we have 2 brown, then we also have 2 white, which will translate to 2 to 2, which is equal to 1 to 1. So this is our ratio. Okay, so thank you so much everybody. We've come to the end of our short presentation. This has been your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. Bye bye.